Good night, everybody. I don't know what to say about this one. We watched a really exciting game between Vancouver and St. Louis. We watched a really strong defensive performance by the Islanders against Washington, and that was after a pretty fun back and forth game between Arizona and Colorado. And this was, you know, I have to say, Talbot had a great game, and Dallas's finishing skills. This is where we're at. So, it's that medium I'm trying to find here where I don't want to take anything away from Talbot because Talbot played really, really well. But I also have to acknowledge this is not the first time Dallas has been shut out. It's not the last time Dallas is going to get shut out. This was standard fare for the Dallas Stars. This is kind of what happens. And if you're a Dallas fan, you're going to be able to say in the comment section, "Hey, this guy had a good game, and this guy had a good game," and yeah, but they got shut out. This is the storyline. So Sagan had a shot that looked in. Radulov then missed the empty net. I don't know how Radulov missed that. I don't, and that was very early in the game, and so. If that one goes in, we might have had a completely different game, but it was a harbinger. It was a sign of things to come. Fast start, chances both ways. 10 straight games where the Stars have allowed the first goal coming into today. That's not a track record you want. That's not a standard you want to be setting. Like we like to be behind. We've lost 9 out of our last 10 games. We like to be climbing uphill the whole way. Hudobin stopped Monahan, who had no shots in game 2. Noteworthy, yes, people are going to talk about the fact that the top line was kept off the board, but who really cares? Like, let's be honest about this. Johnny Gaudreau, does he look great? No. Are the Flames still winning? Yeah, kind of, sort of. So, it's easy to focus on the negative if you're looking for it with Calgary. But honestly, I'm impressed that the depth has shown up as well as they have. And again, Talbot, pretty darn solid. Haskin had a strong start, which is kind of standard. Lucic takes a penalty. The Stars go to the power play. Lucic didn't get on the board tonight. What's going on? This is 2 games now without a point. What's going on? Post then for Sagan. And yeah, he was snake bit. So that's a post for Sagan. He had a shot that looked in. That was off the crossbar. And yeah, he's just hitting the post and the crossbars. Interestingly enough, I've seen in the kids hockey game, if we don't have goalies to play for when our kids play hockey, they make it so that in order to score a goal, you have to hit the posts. You can't put it in the net. You have to hit the posts. So by that standard, Sagan had 2 goals tonight. But only if there's no goalie. There was a goalie, so they don't count. Yeah. The shots were 6-3 for the Stars at the 11-minute mark, and then things changed. Dickinson takes a penalty, the Flames get a power play, and then the Flames picked up the pressure. Hudobin was pretty sharp. The Stars had no shots in the last 8 minutes, so this is between Vancouver and Dallas, over 20 minutes between those two dry patches in a game where they don't get minutes, don't get shots. Second period, they talked about Quine being in the lineup instead of Tkachuk. Tkachuk's absence is noticeable. I think it's part of the reason why the hitting was a lot lower tonight. Doesn't really matter. The Stars' top line, solid, just not on the board. Ronaldo takes a penalty. Stars get a power play, which means they're going to allow a shorthanded goal. Toby Reeder had 2 shorthanded goals in a row. The next shorthanded goal, though, was from Backlund, who scored from Lindholm at 5:58. Now, it trickled over Hudobin's pad and into the net, and I thought Lindholm was the one that hit it into the net with his stick, gave it that final oomph across the line. But the overhead showed that yes, it was Backlund's shot that went in, so Lindholm gets the assist rather than the other way around. Not that it matters. That made it 1-0, and it was just it was one of those ones where Hudobin almost gets it, and I thought, that's probably gonna be it, because that's 5:58 into the second, and I was already thinking about throwing a 0 on the board. Talbot stopped a Lindell shot. He then turned aside Janmark. Janmark had a lot of chances tonight, but Matthias Janmark is not a finisher. He is not a guy who's known for getting a lot of goals, because he really sort of doesn't. And it looked like the Stars used up their goals last night. I wrote that right on the board. Stars used up their goals last night. This is less than halfway into the second period, and I've already got that on the board. Like, yeah, they got 5 last night. They're just not going to get one tonight. Sagan was outwardly frustrated. At this point, he was looking outwardly frustrated. Lots of chances, lots of prime chances, could not get one past Talbot. And that's when you know it's getting into the minds of the players. Dickinson then got denied shortly thereafter. Much quieter game, a lot less scrums. They were still chirping at each other, but a lot less of the physical play, a lot less the punching and the roughing and the sticks getting up and any of that sort of stuff. Stars, pretty dominant, honestly, in that second period, just can't score. Then with 38.1 seconds left, Brody takes a penalty. The Stars get a power play. However, broken glass. And with the broken glass, they ask, all right, so when do you want to go to the break or do you not? Yeah, they decide they're going to go to the break. So the 38.1 seconds is tacked onto the third period. It was weird. During those 38 seconds, Klingberg missed a great chance, and then the horn sounded. This is why I don't like that choice. I understand, like, Bonus would have wanted the fresh ice, right? But you're still facing only 38 seconds before you have to switch sides anyways. And then, again, power plays to start periods, to me, feels like they're a lot less successful. But again, I don't have the stats on that, so just grain of salt on all that. The Stars power play iced the puck, which said a lot. So, yeah. Talbot denied Janmark after a Gaudreau turnover. So Gaudreau's name's on the board right there. He turns the puck over, and Janmark was denied. Pavelski takes a penalty. Flames go to the power play. The Stars had 5 goals for Bishop last night. Hudobin's back in. So over now it's 6 periods, they've had 2 goals. I have made the statement that Dallas doesn't give goal support for Hudobin. I understand it may very well be because Bishop's the better puck-handling goalie, but it is noticeable that the Stars just can't score when Hudobin's in net. So throughout this series, I will track that for as long as this series goes. It may only go 5. Honestly, it may only go 5. Brody would score at 10:36 from Quine and Giordano, and honestly, I thought, that has to be goalie interference, because right after the goal, you can see Hudobin's not wearing his helmet, and he's looking over at the ref. But the replay showed the contact was after the puck was already in. So, yeah, no goalie interference there. TJ Brody gets the goal, and with Quine on the board, that's not too bad. We get another instance where a guy who's a substitution gets in. Jost got on the board for Colorado, and now we got Quine as an assist guy for the Calgary Flames. Hintz had a chance that was deflected out of play after that. Janmark was still getting more chances in the third. And it reminds me sort of Louis Eriksson in Vancouver, where it's he tries, he doesn't have the finish. He just doesn't have the finish. Backlund takes a penalty, the Stars power play, and I wrote number 100 because it felt like they just can't score on the power play. I mean, I know Perry has the 2 goals they've scored on the power play, but they've scored just 2 goals on the power play since the return, so it is just not there. Lots of Stars chances, just no finish. And when they get it, Sagan had a great chance, and Talbot robbed him again. So Sagan, long night for him. They pulled the goalie with more than 3 minutes left, because sure. And I liked the enthusiasm from, I believe it was Chris Cuthbert called this game, where he said that the Stars were looking for the even up marker. And I was like, wait, what? The equalizer. He said they're looking for the equalizer, and I was like, when did they get one? So, I like the optimism. I like the idea that scoring 1 goal might be so pretty they count it as 2. That's not a thing. And the Flames win 2-0 over Dallas. I don't know where else to go with this. Keep in mind, if Dallas had been the number 5 seed and played Chicago, odds are Dallas probably would have lost to Chicago. And instead, we would probably be getting Edmonton and Calgary. So I understand, people were upset at the time, and I was too. I thought Dallas would have been better off not being in the round robin and maybe getting something going or going into the draft lottery or something. There's just something that doesn't click. And again, I'm not trying to take away from Talbot. Notice I'm putting denied, great save. And honestly, with the empty nets that are missed by Radulov, the post being hit by Sagan, there's a lot of snake bit players in Dallas right now. And over a 3-game series, they now have 7 goals, which doesn't sound too bad, except they had 5 of them in one game and 2 in the other 2 games. So Calgary's up 2-1. They outshot Dallas in the first 11-8. After that, Dallas outshoots them 16-4 in the second and 11-8 in the third. Final shots 35-23 for Dallas. The hits were 37-31 for Calgary. Power plays, Dallas goes 0 for 4. Calgary goes 0 for 2. Hudobin saves 21 out of 23. I thought he played well, but that other goalie, Talbot, 35 saves for the 4th playoff shutout of his career. The 2nd shutout he's recorded so far in the playoffs. He's been pretty good. So Calgary gets the win. They're 2 games away from the next round and a potential matchup with Vegas. If that happens, my only response is, oh, please, yes. That would be Las Vegas and Calgary, those 2 cities, the Vegas and Calgary, that would be absolutely fantastic. So we'll see if that happens. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.